All right, so here's another report that came out. So I cut that off. Don't be concerned that I cut that off because it's the actual story because I cut it off for space, right? But the actual story from military.com is medical beard waivers nearly double in Air Force and Space Force in just 3 years. So, Jake, when you said to me last week that I need to step up my game putting down the other services, these next couple stories are just like,
Yeah,
okay, maybe we shouldn't be that bold.
maybe not that. Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
that bold, right? So, according to service data provided to military.com, shaving waivers for medical conditions have. Where? What happened to Teapot?
no.
Oh, we lost Teapot.
Oh,
Teapot.
where'd he go?
Can't handle
Beard
Fort.
envy. He suffered from
That-
beard envy. That'll happen.
Well, he wasn't saying much. Maybe he just got tired of it.
Mama
That's,
called him.
that's because
I'm out.
that's because his internet went out.
There you go.
That'll happen.
He got
Oh,
unplugged.
no, he had to go to the bathroom. That's what he just texted me. Text from
Okay.
Teapot, quote, I have to poop so bad, LOL. Didn't he say, hasn't he said that on like every podcast that we've had?
I don't
That's-
know.
I don't know if you read it out loud, but that's been the sentiment on
Oh, that's
multiple.
he deserves that. He deserves that. Yeah.
It's like that commercial with the little kids. You know the poop is coming.
Yep.
Guys are all big. It's gotta go.
It's either the time that we do this podcast, or I still can't come up with another idea because this isn't the first time that he signed off just a little bit early because he has to go to the bathroom. So I don't understand it.
Hey, priorities.
That's all right. Well, it's
I love it.
like you should be grateful for the time that you have with him because
At least he's not
he's
impacted.
he's a fleeting dream. He's just
Not impacted. He's good.
That's true. He's not an Arlington horse.
Yeah,
so
he's
that's good.
grazing well.
Yeah, that's good. That's right. Maybe a little too much. So,
I mean,
all right. So yeah, he's gonna miss it. Yeah, he's gonna miss this video. According to the service data provided at military.com, shaving waivers for medical conditions have skyrocketed for Air Force Airmen and Space Force Guardians over the past 3 years, allowing more service members to grow beards. Between 2021 and 2023, the number of active duty airmen with shaving waivers due to pseudofolliculitis barbae,
Big word.
a skin
No.
condition causing frequent and painful razor burn that disproportionately affects black men, has grown from 10,965 to 18,991. So
it's a
8,000
fucking
more
epidemic.
people.
Damn.
8,000 more people. And most of it is like, hey, how'd you do that? It was like, just tell them you itch.
You got a few
and I was like,
bumps.
okay, I'll
Here,
do
I got
that.
this really shitty razor.
Right.
Just go
Right.
4 times over.
Yeah.
in
Few
the
ingrown
wrong
hairs.
direction.
So, an emphasis on this article. This is just on medical waivers. So is that they didn't include religious waiver numbers in this at all. So,
Yeah.
waivers in the Air Force Reserve rose 700 from the 2 years prior. The Air National Guard rose 1,100 over the last couple of years. Even the Space Force's relatively small number of medical shaving waivers for Guardians nearly doubled just between 2022 and 2023, going from 151 to 288. So,
Wow.
beards are one of the most requested changes in the Department of the Air Force as well as the military at large. Black service members reported as recently as 3 years ago that obtaining a shaving waiver harmed their careers.
Really?
I thought that part was interesting. And I can understand it because they just allowed this over the last couple of years. So now you walk in, maybe a promotion board or something like that. What is your first reaction
To a guy with a beard?
to guy with a beard? You go,
Sure.
this lazy motherfucker, right? He's getting
Well, and
away
it's
with it.
funny because it goes back to what Jake said. Jesus, in my year in 1981, very few guys had shaving waivers, but there were a few. You would think with the advancement of, I don't know, razor blades from 2 to 5 and all this stuff that has advanced the
Yeah.
ability to shave you without that problem, how is this getting worse? I don't get it.
Here's the piece that because I'm with you all the way,
It's all
right?
bullshit.
Where's Jake's got to go to the bathroom now?
He's got a
This is
shaving waiver.
completely screwing up this whole segment, which was going to be great.
He's got a shaving waiver.
But what you're saying is, here's the thing: is that the guys I ever knew that had a shaving waiver, and I understand. I've seen the medical data of how to ingrowns. I get that, but every guy has not. It would be different if I saw you with the shaving waiver, but you still tried to shave it down as much as you could and make it uniform and make it look good.
Sure.
Every guy I've ever seen with a shaving waiver looks like he's been out camping for a week. It's like, I know you got a shaving waiver, but why does it look all unkempt?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I got a shaving waiver. I was like, I know that, but trim it up. Oh, it hurts. It hurts when I trim it up. And it's like,
Yeah, I'm not buying
you
that.
are taking advantage of this thing. That's the first thing I think of. So I thought it was interesting that they say that there's a survey of them and they're like, oh, yeah, this harms my career. All right, well, you have no hard proof of that.
Yeah,
But
and I
at
don't.
the same time, are you really trying to keep it as close to skin as you can? Right?
Yeah.
Because it's only supposed to be a 1/4 inch. That's not long.
Right. No.
Every
But you're
shaving
right.
waiver
Everything
guy.
was thick,
Yes.
curly, thick, black.
Much
especially on the
more than a 1/4 inch.
neck.
Um,
Yeah. But I think you're right. What you were saying about first impressions of walking into a board, you're meeting a board or something. First
Sure.
impression,
sure.
you have a shaving waiver, and
Well, they a survey conducted in a 2021 study detailed that 21.4% of service members with shaving waivers said it had a negative impact on their career. An alarming 63% of those service members who said it had harmed the career or created negative bias within their unit were black.
I honestly agree with Eric and you in that I could fully see how it would harm their career.
Sure, the first impression is just like, ugh, yeah.
But now,
And this
there's
article,
also the flip side, like you were saying. You said mangy, basically. I always got frustrated with the guys that would come in on Friday with everything like perfectly trimmed into a goatee, or Monday, and I'm like, okay, that's not a shaving waiver.
right?
Like that,
No,
you trim up once a week, okay, fine. Do it on
Yeah.
Monday.
yeah.
Don't trim it up so you can go out on the town.
and
Yeah,
look cool.
they're all edged
Right.
up. Everything's perfect, and they're like, oh, no folliculitis right here, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh no, that's
all good up
That's
there.
all cool. That's all smart.
But you're right. It would instantly be like,
It
okay,
maybe
shame.
in 10 years it
And
won't,
unfortunately,
but right now
that's
does.
the
Yeah.
thing. It would be
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay. shame.
Well, and if the military accepts full beards as
Sure.
a normal,
Right.
it's going to go away. I guarantee you probably won't even hear that much
Well,
about
part of the article that
Flickless
I
Barbier, whatever
yeah,
it is.
part of
it'll
the-
go back.
part of the article that I didn't cover is a commander admits that, oh, we need to kind of do some re-education on or some new education on this, and not have that instant reaction when somebody comes into a board with a beard, right? However, in late 2022, I'm going to show you something. In late 2022, military.com also reported that the Air Force Honor Guard can start having shaving waivers. Did you know that? The Honor Guard can now start having
come
shaving
on.
waivers. So let me show you an example picture of an Air Force Honor Guard.
There he is with a shaving waiver.
Right. And it just like, that's the Honor Guard. Aren't they supposed to be all spick and span? And you're like, and it's going to take 10, 15, 20 years for all the old guard to get out of the military, right?
Kill over.
And then you're going to have new leaders who have grown up with this.
Sure.
Yep.
And it won't be a big deal. But
Yep.
right now, it's so unsettling to see.
And to look
have
at
to
it,
deal
it doesn't
with, right?
look professional. It doesn't to me.
No.
Based on my what I think is professional.
what we were raised on, which is
Sure.
very hard to deprogram.
Yeah.
Right. Every time I see a guy in uniform with the beard, I'm like, Sikh? That's the first thing that comes to my mind, right?
Yeah.
That's all that comes to my mind. It's like,
Yep.
oh, okay, you must be religious. It's like, nope, I just itch.
It's just have bumps.
Which is funny because Sikh were like, yeah, cool, fine.
Yeah.
Sikh,
Right,
fine.
right.
Ink
That's a
around
different
hairs.
story. Yeah.
All right, so let me get in.
Go back to shaving school. Let's teach you how to shave.
No, I mean,